Welcome back. We found the sculpture that we could see through the crystal viewer. And again, I really don't think it's a coincidence that this thing is right in front of where the crystal viewer looks out on. But the memory the necklace showed us didn't tell us why Sirrus put it here. Did he do that so he could show remorse? That would seem to be it. The most logical explanation. And here we find the remains of some encampment. There's a couple of tools lying next to it, which I guess were used to make this crystal. And we see some sheets as well as the remains of a campfire.
I thought I was the only devious one in our family. But this... oh, this is classic. No book, father, no linking. Fuck! Oh! Thanks, Chris. Thank you.
Now, this throws up some questions, actually. Because when did Sirrus last use this camping spot? Because the memory we just saw appears to be of when Sirrus just arrived, and it seems pretty obvious that this is supposed to be the encampment he used after he just got here. But that was almost 20 years ago. And as we'll see later, he has another place to sleep, which is much better than this one, so I can't believe he would have used this recently. So why are these sheets still here? Wouldn't he have taken them away by now? Used them for something else? I mean, it's not as if he has resources to spare. And the campfire, well, there I can maybe believe that he used the campfire recently, because this doesn't look like it's 20 years old. Maybe he put a fire up here when he was making the sculpture. Although I still don't see why he would be sleeping here then. And I don't have a problem with that, but one thing that I do wonder about is that in the memory it also seemed that Sirrus had a fire going. And the question I have with that one is, where did he get the wood? Because there's no wood around here. Now there is a source of wood somewhere else in this age, which we'll see later. But if that memory was truly when he'd just arrived here in Spire, then he wouldn't have found that yet. So where did he get the wood to start that campfire when he first got here? It's just one of the many logical inconsistencies in this age. It's a minor one, I'll agree, and I probably wouldn't think twice about it if it weren't for all the other problems in this age. Okay. There was something else back here, which I didn't check yet. There seems to be another elevator shaft. Not the same elevator as we saw before, because that one ended a bit higher. And this one's also not working. That's the problem if you're in an isolated age. Nobody can send elevator maintenance crews. Must wonder about what it felt like for Sirrus to come here to realize that there were no people and no way out, and he was trapped here. Okay. Let's see what's over here. Some more arches. And curiously shaped pipe. As well as a crystal sitting inside another curiously shaped pipe. This crystal appears to have been put here deliberately by Sirrus, I assume, because, again, there's nobody else here. It's been fastened down and there's some kind of slider next to it. And we've got a memory. Which just chooses the pipe when the crystal wasn't in it yet. I could hear some wind blowing through the pipe as well. Wonder why Sirrus put this here. One thing to notice about the slider is that there's a white mark at the fourth notch down. This might be important, so let's take a picture of this whole thing. Now let's check out this pipe. The remains of a rope hanging into it. And another memory.
Double passed through both loops. Beautiful knot. Let's just hope the linking book is down there.
Okay, it seems Sirrus went down this pipe trying to find the linking book. And seems we've got to follow him, even though we don't have a rope. So let's hope we can find another way back up. Maybe one of those elevators. And we're at the other end. That was quite a ride. Doesn't look like we're going to be going back up that way. I guess Sirrus had a rope in there so he could climb back up. So hopefully he had a lot of rope with him. I assume he took the rope with him from Myst when he got here. Because I don't think he would have found it here anywhere. Interesting. Some weird things hanging in the clouds there. And these again don't look like they're part of the natural decor of this age. It looks like something Sirrus has done deliberately. There's a chain here and a floating rock attached to it. Actually a lot of rocks floating out here in the clouds. Seems like we're below the upper cloud layer now. But there's another cloud layer below us. So we still can't see the ground. There's more of those, whatever these things are, up there. Some grating on the floor. More grating, as well as some cables that lead from those things in the cloud to this thing. to some kind of mechanical device, or electrical device, I suppose. It's not really mechanical. Down here. But what could that be? Looks like the chain tied to that rock goes through some kind of pulley system, but it isn't entirely clear what that's used for. But we'll continue in the next video.